Hey, personality talks here. My introductions are always the same, aren't they? Anyway, I'm just gonna try out these quizzes for fun. I have three in mind: personality max, something called Hexaco. I don't know what that is, and this one, which character are you? Personality quiz. The reason I'm doing this is because I feel like, is it just me or my personality changes like so frequently? I used to know what my MBTI was. I don't know that anymore. I have no idea. But hopefully, by doing this, like, what do I say, like a lot, there's something I have to stop doing. I might in the future decide to make a follow up video, let's say once a month or something, or to see if my personality stayed the same or not. If I could describe my personality in one word, it would be transformation. Because I don't know, I'm always transforming, I guess. Like when I think back to me from 6 months ago, even, or a year ago, like I'm a different person now. Well, that's how it seems to me, at least. Okay, I'll just get on with it. This one, personality max, it will tell me what personality type I am based on the 16 personality types. Alright, 76 questions, not bad. I'm more likely to measure things with total precision, approximation. I'd say approximation. I process information through. This is just making it too obvious in both, but I'd go with intuition because. Wait, what happened? That. Can I start the quiz again? I pressed. Alright, I've started it again by refreshing the page. So I said approximation, intuition. I see life as it is, as it could be. Mostly I'm thinking as it could be, because I do think about the future a lot. Not exactly my own future, but the future in general. I'm more excited about what might happen later today or tomorrow in a couple of years. I'd say later today or tomorrow. When judging others, I am. What does impartial mean? Okay, I'm just gonna Google this from my phone. What's impartial again? Impartial. Or treating all rivals or disputants equally. Partial probably means the opposite, or being biased or something. Wait, no, I need to make sure. What does partial mean? Favouring one side in a dispute over the other. So that's literally being biased. I'm not biased. Impartial. On a free night, I like to spend a quiet night at home, go out with friends, spend a quiet night at home. I'd classify myself as a social butterfly, I wish, or Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger. I usually leave for appointments with extra time to spare, or at the last possible moment, extra time to spare, because it will just stress me out if I leave at the last possible moment. My thoughts are on what lies ahead here and now. What lies ahead? When playing? Did I just say playing? When paying at a store, I often pay and leave without chit chat. Yes. It is worse to be indecisive, inflexible. It is worse to be inflexible. I take more pride in my goals, success. I'm quick to compliment, critique. My first instinct in my head is actually to critique and then compliment afterwards. So I say critique. When I have a task to complete, I usually wait until the last moment, get it out of the way. Depends on what task it is. If it's something boring, I'll wait until the last moment when I'm just forced to do it. If it's something fun, I prefer to just... But from the context, saying get it out of the way, so it's a task that you have to do that's boring. So I would say wait until the last moment. When there's a need to correct someone, I am quick to do it, but I know how to, be polite and not hurt people's feelings. And when I do hurt people's feelings, I never actually meant to do that. So I'm quick to correct people. When making decisions, I consider the feelings of others, don't consider the feelings of others. Okay, until like a week ago, I never used to consider the feelings of others. That wouldn't be what would come to my mind first. So, majority of my life, I haven't considered the feelings of others, and I've just made based decisions on what I want to do. You know what? Ignore all these. I've just noticed all these shitty, stupid ads that keep popping up, no matter how often I close them. Just focus on the questions. Pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, I just thought I might say that. It's so annoying. Like, never have I seen an ad which made me want to go, oh, I want to buy that because I just saw that ad. I don't want to see anything. Like, if I want to try a product, I will try the product. I don't have to get a review about it, okay? Anyway, when making decisions, I don't consider. I value mercy, justice. I'm more subjective, objective. Objective. I'm governed by my head, heart, a bit of both actually, but we'll go with this. I'm more likely to invest in proven methods, promising new ideas. It depends on like if I have more faith in this new idea. And okay, it says promising, so I'd prefer to go with this, like something new. I tend to focus on details, see the big picture. My ways tend to be more conventional, revolutionary. I don't know. I like coming up with new ways to do things, so revolutionary. I enjoy time spent alone or with one close friend, group of friends. I'd say alone or one close friend. I get energized by learning facts, exploring theories. Exploring theories. Others might describe me as more imaginative, practical, imaginative. I am 50-50 on this one. Like, when I think of every day, day to day, I'm doing things the same way or doing the same kind of things the majority of the time. But sometimes I do like to just do whatever. I'd say I'm more structured. I prefer speakers that communicate figuratively or literally. I'd say literally most of the time because I want to understand what they're saying. My thoughts are random, orderly, random, definitely. I prefer to spend time introspecting, interacting with people, introspecting. I prefer someone who is empathetic, efficient. I can be efficient, so I'd say empathetic. When in conversation, I say things as they are. I'm careful to avoid conflict. I'd say things as they are. If people get offended, again, that's not my fault. So before, like in the past, I used to be more conflict avoidant. But nowadays, I'm not saying that I'm rude. I just prefer to be more honest and just say it how it is. Whoever doesn't like it, they can piss off. Like, whoever does like it, alright, that's good. Say things as they are. When my phone rings, I pick it up right away. Wish I could ignore it, definitely. Why? Even if it's like my mum or my dad, like, I don't like phone calls in general. If we could all just text and like never call or have to call anyone, that would be perfection. I consider myself to be social, private. With people, I'm more often friendly and warm, brief and to the point. I'd say I'm friendly and warm. When dealing with problems, I focus on issues or people. If it's a problem, I'm obviously dealing with the issues. I usually play then work, work then play. I'd say I lean more towards work than play, because then I won't have to think about the tasks when I'm playing. You know, I dislike it when people are too emotional, too insensitive. I hate it when people are too emotional. I also hate it when people are too insensitive. But the most annoying one is too emotional, because especially when someone's being dramatic, just shouting, screaming, I can't stand it. So I'd go with emotional. When around other people, I start conversation, keep to myself. It depends on, like, if I'm familiar with them. Say if it's a group of strangers, I just listen and observe and then maybe start speaking. So I'd say keep to myself. I like to finalize decisions early or only when necessary. Early because I need to know. I consider myself to be a concrete thinker, abstract thinker. I work better when following a schedule, deciding what to do next as I go. It depends, because I've been saying it depends with these questions. Well, that's true. Because when I make a schedule, I'll have to just change it up because I'll get bored with it. So I'd much rather, decide to do next as I go. Like I start off making a brief to-do list for. I have a daily one and a weekly one if there's important things coming up within the week. Yeah, but then they're just like brief bullet points. It doesn't have times on it or anything, just like on that day. So I have the freedom to decide when I'm gonna do what thing. So I do actually follow a schedule, but it's not a strict schedule. So I'm gonna go with. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, following a schedule. Technically, that's a schedule. I'm more comfortable with rules, principles. I hate rules. Like, stop telling me what to do. Principles. I am soft-hearted, tough-minded. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm that tough. I'd say I'm more soft-hearted. I want to get the task done, get to know others, get the task done. I like to proceed freely, timetables and plans. timetable is too strict. Like, no, proceed freely. A quiet weekend at home is, oh my god, this is 222, 21, how did I just realize this? See, this is what, okay, fine, I'll just do the quiz. It's, I didn't even expect it, because when I refreshed the page, it must have selected all of it. It selected 16 personality type, multi-intelligence. So now I have two choices. Do I start the quiz again, or do I carry on and do all the 221 questions? I'm not doing 200. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'll start this again. I'll take this off. I'll take this off. This 9 minutes and only 76. I'm just gonna go through this very quickly then, because I've wasted 15 minutes already due to my lack of attention on the details. I'm more likely to measure things with approximation. Fuck it. I don't care. Which one did I say again? Impartial. Yeah, I said impartial. Time to spare. Isaac. Okay, now I'm whizzing through this. I'm 43 out of 76 questions complete. That's good. I want to get the task done, get to know others. I'd say get the task done. I like to proceed freely. Quiet weekend at home is rejuvenating. I have more fun engaging in individual activities, definitely. At work, I get the job done. After a social gathering, I feel worn out, to be honest. I enjoy spending time with friends I know well, getting to know new people, friends I know well. I enjoy tasks when I start it, complete it. What's that mean? Okay, I start a lot of tasks and eventually get around to completing them. I love starting tasks a bit more than completing them. I prefer spontaneous activity, routine activities. I'd say routine. I'm not gonna lie and pretend to be interested, okay? Because I'm mostly like a routine kind of person. Change for me is difficult, yeah. Give me the facts, personal details. Personal details. I don't know. What's the difference? No, wait. One of the facts then. I'm more likely to have my head in the clouds, feet on the ground. Head in the clouds because I daydream a lot. Make decisions based on feelings, logic. I'd go with feelings. More often than not, I like a plan that is set in stone. I'm adaptable. I'm adaptable, but like not that much, to be honest. But I don't like. This would be too boring. The plan that's set in stone, so I'm gonna go adaptable. I'm more interested in future possibilities, current happenings, future possibilities. Others might perceive me, perceive. I can't say that word properly. Perceive me as rigid or aimless. I think rigid. It's important for me to conserve my energy, conserve my energy, entertain myself with my imagination. Talking about feelings and emotions is difficult. At work or school, I'm task oriented. I'm drawn to hidden meaning, inspiration. I consider myself to be idealist. Say idealist. When in one-on-one situation, I usually do more listening. I make new friends over time. The prospect of social activity rarely excites me, usually excites me. I'd say, yeah, I do like social activity to an extent. Depends on what we're doing. So I'd say usually, yeah. I'm most comfortable being planner, spontaneous planner. My workspace is usually organized. I leave things in their proper place. I prefer to leave things the way they are, see how I can change things. Definitely see how I can change things. Being the center of attention is. I'd love that, to be honest. But not all the time. I'm more concerned with the world around me, my own thoughts and feelings. So it's like my own thoughts and feelings about the world around me, I'd say. I tend to be more reasonable. Again, what's personable? Personable. Having a pleasant appearance and manner. Oh, that's me. Reasonable. Wait, personable. That's reasonable. What is the difference? Okay. Personable is of a person having a pleasing appearance or manner, attractive, handsome, friendly, amiable, while reasonable is having the faculty of reasons, rational. I'd say reasonable. Okay. I prefer to work alone or in a team alone. What's your name? I'll just write personality. Oh, I should have just done. Wait, personality? Talks, like. Yeah. You agree to the terms and conditions. Show my report. I have no idea what I'm gonna get. What's the result? Oh, it's right here. INTJ, strategist, intellectual, introverted. Where's the report? What the fuck is... Oh, it's right here. What can I do about these ads? Seriously. I could... Your personality type is INTJ. INTJ, okay. Ooh, this graph, 89% introverted. I'm not that surprised. Intuition, very strong. Thinking, feeling, okay. And then it says, wait, this is 12% temperaments in population. Personality is to a man what perfume is to flower. What? Anyway. 1.5% of the population has my personality type. Wow. INTJ. This is a gay test. Oh, that would be so fun to take. But anyway, I'll probably save that for another day. Personality type is... I'm just joking. I'm straight. Personality type is INTJ. This is based on your four preferences. La 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 la. So the private, independent, and self-confident. They strive for perfection and achievement. They are gifted. Ooh, thanks. Strategists with analytical, conceptual, and objective minds. They are flexible and like to formulate contingency plans. They like making plans. All right. Are able to see the reasons behind things. They direct their energy inwards, time alone. Oh, look at this pie chart. It says females 17% of INTJs and males 83%. Wow. Just skim reading this because I want to move on to the next quiz. The INTJs love to learn. Ooh, it's true. I love learning. They're in a constant quest for self-improvement, growth, and self-competency. Yo, that's true. So, strengths and weaknesses. Okay. Good at listening, strength, self-confident, highly intelligent, takes criticism well, honors commitments. A possible weakness, dislikes communicating feelings. It's not that I dislike it, it's like I'm freaking retarded at communicating feelings. Even if I have improved though over time. So yeah, at least that's something. Insensitive, can come across as arrogant. Yeah, I've been called arrogant before. I just don't understand how or why. But it's just haters. Like, I'm not arrogant. At least, okay, unwilling to take blame. Nah, it's not me. Your cognitive functions. Okay, that's NI. Introverted intuition. Use this most often. Extrovert thinking, introvert feeling, extrovert sensing. Okay, you know what? I'm already familiar with MBTI, so I feel like reading this. Ooh, this is a famous people. Do I know any of them? No, don't know him. I've heard of him. Augustus Caesar. Oh, Isaac Newton. Lol. Lance Armstrong. This is Gandalf. I always thought he was the INFJ. Alright. From The Lord of the Rings. Mr. Miyagi. I thought he was an INFJ. Hold on. There were INTJs. That's weird. Oh, Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Literally, that's so funny. Okay, whatever. Now, moving on to this quiz. The next quiz. What's this called? Hexaco-PIR. I can tell it's based on the Big Five thingy, personality theory. Begin may not appear due to technical. You know how pissed off I will be if that happens. Anyway, it may not match your own perceptions. They're not clinical assessment, obviously. What are they talking about? Okay, continue. I agree. Which test would you like to take? Self-report. I would be quite bored by visits to an art gallery. No, I'd enjoy it. I clean my office, home. Yeah, agree. I rarely hold a grudge even against people who have badly wronged me. That's not true. Okay. I trust me, I hold grudges if that person deserves it. I will hold that grudge and take that to my deathbed, alright? And so no, because whoever wrongs me, alright, I'll still have a grudge against them. I don't care. Unless they've fully changed, apologized for everything. Yeah. Other than that, just fuck off. Like, I rarely hold a grudge, even against people I disagree with this. I would say, actually, strongly disagree. I feel reasonably satisfied with myself overall. If that was true, I wouldn't be always improving myself and stuff. So, I'd say neutral. Because no matter what happens, I always feel like there's something more for me to achieve and get to. I would feel afraid if I had to travel in bad weather conditions, no. If I want something from a person I dislike, I will act very nicely towards that person in order to get it. Yeah, I agree. I can put my ego down for a bit. If it's that important, for an important cause. I'm interested in learning about the history and politics of other countries to an extent. Neutral. When working, I often set ambitious goals for myself. Agree. People tell me I'm too critical of others. No, they don't. I rarely express my opinions in group meetings. Yeah, that's true. I mostly, whenever I speak in like generalities, if that's a word. Like, I speak about humanity in general, or a group of people in general, generally speaking, more than I actually say what my own opinions are. Sometimes can't help worrying about little things. Neutral. If I knew I would never get caught, I would be willing to steal $1 million. You know what? If I knew there was a guarantee I would not get caught, and me stealing $1 million did not affect anyone badly, I'd fully steal that $1 million. Alright, I don't care. Who said I was a good person? Anyway, I would like a job that requires following a routine rather than being creative. No, I disagree. I often check my work over repeatedly to find any mistakes. Yes, definitely, strongly agree. People sometimes tell me I'm too stubborn. Yes, I've gotten that. Agree. I'm really stubborn when I know I'm right. So, yeah, when I know I'm right, I'm stubborn. Okay, I avoid making small talk with people. Yeah, definitely. I avoid it like the plague. When I suffer from a painful experience, I need someone to make me feel comfortable. I wish I had someone that I could vent to, could make me feel comfortable, but unfortunately I don't, so I'll use my own mind and my own comfort characters to make me feel better. I don't care if that's sad. I don't give two shits. Yeah. And plus, I don't trust people to make me feel comfortable. Nope. They'll hold that weakness against me. Alright. When I suffer from a painful experience, I need someone to make me feel comfortable. So I would say neutral. Having a lot of money is not especially important to me. I disagree because it is important, because how am I going to buy things that I want and support myself and survive? Money is essentially, is life, basically. I think that paying attention to radical ideas is a waste of time. It's not always a waste of time, so disagree. I make decisions based on the feeling of the moment rather than careful thought. No, whatever I do, trust me, I'm thinking about it. People think of me as someone who has quick temper. No way. Or some people might say I'm dramatic, but I don't have a quick temper. So no. I'm energetic nearly all the time. Disagree. I feel like crying when I see other people crying. Sort of. I'm an ordinary person who is no better than others. This might be quite controversial, but I genuinely do think that individuals aren't equal, and some people are better than others. A lot of people would get triggered or disagree with that, but I'd have to disagree with this statement. This is an attentiveness check. Please indicate strongly agree. I wouldn't waste my time reading a book of poetry. I'd say slightly agree, yeah. I plan ahead, organize things to avoid scrambling at the last minute. Agree. My attitude towards people who have treated me badly is forgive and forget. Fuck off. I'm not forgiving and forgetting. So, yeah. Forgive and forget no matter what someone's done to you. Are you crazy? No. If someone's hurt you or treated you badly, it is not just to forgive and forget. No. Alright, I'm not saying to go out and do something violent towards them or get revenge, but don't forgive and forget as if what they did to you was nothing. Alright? My attitude towards people who treat me badly is forgive and forget. No, definitely, it most certainly isn't. I think that most people like some aspects of my personality. I'd say agree. Some people. I don't mind doing jobs that involve dangerous work. How much am I going to get paid? Depends. But no. Okay, I don't like being in danger, so I disagree. I wouldn't use flattery to get a raise or promotion at work, even if I thought it would succeed. I don't like, being disingenuous like that. So I would not. I enjoy looking at maps of different places. Agree. I often push myself very hard when trying to achieve a goal. Strongly agree. I generally accept people's faults without complaining about them. Neutral. In social situations, I'm usually the one who makes the first move. No, not really. I worry a lot less than most people do. Disagree. I would be tempted to buy stolen property if I didn't have enough money. If I didn't have enough money, why would I be buying something like stolen property or something, I'd be tempted to, I don't know, neutral. I would enjoy creating a work of art, yes, novel, song, painting, definitely. When working on something, I don't pay much attention to small details, strongly agree. I'm quite flexible in my opinions when people disagree with me. Flexible in my... I wouldn't say flexible in my opinions. I'd keep my same opinion throughout, but I would listen to the people disagreeing and think what they're saying, like if it makes sense or not. I would say I'm not that flexible in my opinions. I enjoy having lots of people around to talk with. I don't mind, but it's not something I enjoy that much. I can handle difficult situations without needing emotional support from anyone else. Agree. I would like to live in a very expensive, high-class neighborhood. Would be nice. I like people who have unconventional views. Yes, definitely. Like a moth to a light. I make a lot of mistakes because I don't think before I act. I strongly disagree. I rarely feel anger, even when people treat me quite bad. No, that's not true. I do feel anger from time to time, so I'd say disagree. On most days, I feel cheerful, optimistic. Agree. When someone I know well is unhappy, I can almost feel that person's pain myself. I agree. I wouldn't want people to treat me as though I were superior to them. I wouldn't want. Why is my mind not working? I wouldn't want people to treat me as though I was superior. So people basically sucking up to me. I would like that actually. Well, not too much. Otherwise, I'd get like worried and then creeped out. So I would say I disagree with that. If I had the opportunity, I would like to attend a classical music concert. Yes. Click neutral. Finally, we're halfway. People often joke with me. It is what I like to do for fun, but the reason I'm saying, oh, finally, and I need to get a move on is because I don't think anyone's gonna watch a video that's this long. That's why I'll put timestamps so you can just skip to the results. Like if you want, you just like skip through it or watch it in 2x speed. People often joke with me about the messiness of my room. That has never happened my entire life. Strongly disagree. If someone has cheated me, I thought it said cheated on me once. If someone has cheated me once, I will always feel suspicious of that person. Strongly agree. If you betray my trust, I'm never trusting you ever again. I feel that I'm an unpopular person. Yeah, I actually do to an extent. When it comes to physical danger, I'm very fearful. I'm only fearful when it happens. I'm not fearful when it like doesn't happen. When it comes to physical danger, I'd say neutral. If I want something from someone, I will laugh at that person's worst jokes, and then they'll be encouraged to make those same lame old jokes. I don't think so. I would be very bored by a book about the history of science and technology. Yeah, I think I would be bored of that. Often when I set a goal, I end up quitting without having reached it. Neutral. I'm not gonna lie about that. I tend to be lenient in judging other people. Agree. When I'm in a group of people, I'm often the one who speaks on behalf of the group. I'm not a leader like that. I mean, sometimes if no one speaks up, then I'll speak up. But I'm not that kind of person naturally. I rarely, if ever, have trouble sleeping due to stress or anxiety. Rarely, if ever. I would say neutral. I would never accept a bribe even if it were very large. Depends. Depends. If I would... Am I going to be caught or not? If I'm not going to be caught. Okay, neutral. People have often told me that I have a good imagination. I know I have a good imagination. Does anyone think maybe at one point in my life someone's told me this? So I strongly agree. Always try to be accurate in my work, even at the expense of time. Yes. When people tell me I am wrong, my first reaction is to argue with them. No, I just say like, oh, can you explain why I'm wrong about this? So I can actually learn from it, or if they're wrong, I'll correct them. So that's not my first reaction, to argue with them. I prefer jobs involving active social interaction to those that involve working alone. No, it's the opposite way. I prefer jobs that involve I don't. Whenever I feel worried about something, I want to share my concern with another person. No, I'd rather keep it to myself. I would like to be seen driven around in a very expensive car. I don't really care about that stuff, so I disagree. I think of myself as a eccentric person. I agree. I don't allow my impulses to govern my behavior. Agree. Most people tend to get angry more quickly than I do. Agree. People often tell me I should try to cheer up. No. I feel strong emotions when someone close to me is going away for a long time. How strong? Like, I wouldn't cry, but I would feel sad about it and miss them. Why can't I speak properly? Like, say if it was my mum, I would feel sad. So I agree. I think I'm entitled to more respect than the average. I'm not entitled to shit, right? No one's entitled to shit. However you treat people, that's, what you deserve is, what the energy you put out. That's not even a quote or anything. I'm just trying to say, yeah, no one's entitled to anything. You have to earn things, work hard. Yep. Sometimes I like to just watch the wind as it blows through the trees. Yeah, I love that. When working, I sometimes have difficulties due to being disorganized. No, this is... fuck off. Not the same questions again. Please indicate strongly disagree. Alright, I'm paying attention. Surely. I find it hard to fully forgive someone who has done something mean to me. Strongly agree. I sometimes feel I'm a worthless person. No. Even in an emergency, I wouldn't feel like panicking. Agree. I wouldn't pretend to like someone just to get that person to do favors for me. Okay, disagree. I've never really enjoyed looking through an encyclopedia. Depends on what I'm looking at. Disagree. I only do the minimum amount of work needed to get by. Neutral. Even when people make a lot of mistakes, I rarely say anything negative. That's not true. I tend to feel quite self-conscious when speaking in front of a group of people. Agree. I get very anxious when waiting to hear about an important decision. Strongly agree. I'd be tempted to use fake money even if I was sure I could get away with it. Agree. I don't think of myself as the artistic creative type. Strongly disagree. People often call me a perfectionist. Strongly agree. Find it hard to compromise with people when I really think I'm right. Definitely. The first thing I always do in a new place is to make friends. No, I look around the place and I don't know, just chill. I rarely discuss my problems with other people. Agree. I would get a lot of pleasure from owning expensive luxury goods? No, not really. I find it boring to discuss philosophy, disagree. I prefer to do whatever comes to mind rather than stick to a plan, disagree. I find it hard to keep my temper when people insult me. It depends. Like, if it's something that I know I'm insecure about, like, my achievements or my how efficient I am and hardworking and stuff like that. But if it's my looks, I don't give a shit about what people have to say about that. So I'd say neutral. Depends on the insult. Most people are more upbeat and dynamic than I generally am. Agree. I remain unemotional even in situations where most people get very sentimental. Agree. I want people to know I'm an important person of high status. If I was an important person, then people would know, so I would not go out of my way to show people I'm an important person. If I was really that important, they would know I'm important, so I disagree. I have sympathy for people who are less fortunate than I am. I agree. I try to give generously to those in need. Neutral. It wouldn't bother me to harm someone I didn't like. Yeah, it would not bother me at all. People see me as why did I read kind-hearted? Hard-hearted person. That's not true at all. My responses do reflect my own personality. Have you previously... If the results don't come up, Oh, there's more questions. Okay. Chief Executive Officer, I don't know what the hell that is. Whatever. How much importance would you give to your own pay? Fair amount of importance. Maximizing short-term stock value. What does that mean? Okay, maximizing short-term stock value to satisfy shareholders, your bosses. Okay, moderate then. Well-being of the workers, that is important. That's a fair amount of importance. So as important as my salary. The well-being of the communities where the company operates. Why is that relevant? Alright, low importance. Avoiding harm to the environment where the company operates. Low importance. Avoiding harm to the country's national security. What kind of job is this? Avoiding harm to the... It's not my problem. Proceed. Oh my god, there's more questions. More questions. Wait, is this... Okay, I'll write prefer not to answer. This is quite personal. Right, I'm female, my age. Let's not. Feel you most belong to. I'll just say UK. Because I live here. If English is not your first language, how do you... Not applicable. I mean, it isn't, but I don't care. Actually, let me tell the truth. Excellent, yeah. Which of the following describes your family? Fuck off, why do you need to know? Prefer not to answer. What is the highest level of education? Why do you need to know? How religious? Somewhat, I mean, not that much. Prefer not to answer. Let's say 6. How do you describe your political... I don't even have political, orientation. Have you ever been divorced? I've never been married. So, no. Is your current... So many questions. Never married. How do you describe straight? Which of the following describes your oldest child? Financial wealth in comparison. Why do you need to know about that? What kind of community do you live in? A city? Where's the city? I don't know what this means. Alright. Okay, so if you've previously worked or you're currently working or you're currently in training to work in an emergency services, no. Get my results. What will it say? Whoa. What factor scales? Yeah. What does this all mean? Honesty, humility, a 3. Sincerity, 3. I don't understand any of this. Okay. Emotionality, faithfulness, anxiety, looks kind of high. Extroversion looks kind of high as well. That's weird. What are they? The dots or the red lines? Does it know? Forgiveness is all the way. The dots at the start. What does it mean? Like, did I waste my time for no reason? Can't they explain it? Anyway. So I'm guessing it's those green dots. It says your score, alright. Slightly less honesty, humility. They avoid manipulating others. Yeah, good for them. I'm quite a manipulative person. How do I... Alright, I can't close this, but okay. This green dot, I'm less emotional than other people. Modesty is about the same. Greed avoidance. Higher. Anxiety, more or less the same as others. Dependence, very low. Extroversion, low. Anyway, okay, this is kind of disappointing because I was expecting like a report page or something just explaining it. Alright. Where's... Oh, agreeableness is quite low. Conscientiousness is high. Openness to experience is high. Extroversion is quite low. Emotionality, sort of low. Alright, that was fun. Next. This is almost 1 hour. So with this, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to whiz through it. If it's too long, I'm just not going to... Feisty, gracious. Feisty. Angelic. Deranged. Reasonable. A bit selfish. Nerd. Stylish. Say stylish. Wild. Good. Rebellious. Genuine. Formal. I don't know. Next. Feminine. Inclusive. It says creative. Yes. Outlaw. I don't know what this means. It says meek or bossy. A little bit meek. Artistic, scientific, 50-50. Poisonous, nurturing. Adventurous, stick in the mud. A bit stick in the mud actually. Haunted, blissful. I don't even know what this means. Indulgent, so indulgent. Frugal, lavish. Bit lavish. Orderly, chaotic. Orderly. Deep, shallow. Deep. Juvenile, mature. Lenient. Logical. Spiritual. Results. Says the character Nomi Marks. I have no idea who that is. And then Dumbledore. Then Willow. Luna Lovegood. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Alright, that's it for now.